You know, for months, the story around the Jeffrey Epstein files has been all about political drama and wild conspiracy theories. But what if I told you the real story, the one with the highest stakes right now, isn't happening in Washington at all? It's a bet, a huge multi-million-dollar bet. And that's what we're going to break down. For the longest time, the big question was simple. When are we finally going to see these files? But that question has totally changed. It's not about political games anymore. Now it's about a ticking clock, a very, very expensive one.
And this number, this is what I'm talking about. Over $2 million. That's how much actual cash people have put on the line, wagering on a global prediction market about the exact date these files will drop.
So, what even is a prediction market? Well, think of it like a stock market, but for real-world events. Instead of buying Apple stock, you buy yes or no shares on something happening. So if a yes share for this event costs, say, 70 cents, the market is basically saying there's a 70% chance of it happening. It's this incredible way to see what thousands of people really believe, all boiled down to one number.
And here's the twist that changed everything. The debate is over. The question is no longer if the administration will release the files. A brand new law means they have to. It's not a choice. It's a legal mandate.
This is so crucial to understand. The entire bet has shifted. Before, people were betting on politics, guessing what the president might do. Now, it's all about administrative risk. The new question is, can a massive government agency like the Department of Justice actually get this done on time? It's a bet on bureaucracy.
And that brings us to the odds right now on Polymarket. The crowd is giving it a 70% chance that, the deadline will be met. But that 30% no is fascinating. It means that traders believe there's a very real, almost 1 in 3 chance that the government will just fail, that they can't move fast enough. That's a serious amount of doubt baked right into the price.
So where did this hard deadline even come from? Well, it's all because of this one piece of legislation, the Epstein Files Transparency Act. After a ton of political wrangling, President Trump signed it into law on November 19th, and the second he did, a timer started. And this timeline is just wild. The law gives the Department of Justice exactly 30 days. That's it, from November 19th to December 19th, to get every single unclassified document out to the public. We're talking a full-on sprint here, not a marathon.
And what a sprint it is. This isn't as simple as clicking upload. The DOJ has to sift through more than 100,000 documents, figure out which ones the law applies to, then go to court to get them unsealed, then painstakingly redact sensitive info to protect victims, and only then can they publish everything. This whole logistical nightmare? That's what that 30% no bet is all about.
It's kind of crazy to think how we even got here, right? I mean, initially, President Trump was really pushing back against the release. He saw it as a political hit job, saying Democrats were just trying to distract from what he called his amazing victories.
But the pressure just kept building and building, and it was coming from everywhere. It wasn't just Democrats. Some of his closest Republican allies were demanding transparency. And when the bill finally hit the House floor, the vote was just overwhelming, 427-1. At that point, there was really no other option. The White House had to do a complete 180.
Okay, so let's say the DOJ pulls it off. They meet the deadline. What are we actually going to see in this massive data dump? Well, sources are pointing to pretty much everything. Internal FBI agent notes, transcripts of interviews, financial records, flight logs, and even Epstein's autopsy report, the whole shebang.
But, and this is a really big but, it's not just going to be a free-for-all. The law itself has super strict rules baked in, specifically to protect victims and their privacy. The whole point is to get transparency on the powerful people involved, not to re-traumatize those who've already been through enough.
So, what's off the table? Well, the law is explicit. No personal info of any victims. Period. Also, no images of child sexual abuse, and nothing that could mess up an ongoing federal investigation. And then there's one more really big thing that you won't find.
The legendary client list. Come on, for years, this has been the holy grail of the entire Epstein story, right? The one document everyone wanted to see. Well, back in July, the Justice Department put out a letter that was pretty clear. They said that after looking through everything, a single incriminating list like that, it just doesn't exist.
So that's where we stand. This release is a huge, huge step for transparency, no doubt about it. But its success doesn't depend on a political whim anymore. It's a high-stakes race against the clock, a bureaucratic gauntlet with millions of dollars and a whole lot of public trust hanging in the balance.
Which really just leaves us with one final massive question.
When December 19th finally rolls around and all these files are out there for the world to see, is it finally going to give us the clarity we've been waiting for? Or will all the blacked out names and missing pieces just end up fueling a whole new wave of speculation and conspiracy? We're about to find out.